Hello, everyone, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. If you're a first-time listener, thank you for stopping by. My name is Josh Lilquist, and we are happy to have you with us today on this beautiful, beautiful day. As always, I have my good friend, my good pal. Last week, I called him beautiful. He's still the same, looking good, probably feeling good, but I'm still going to ask him, Mr. Al Connickson. Al, how are you doing today?
You got it right. I am feeling good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. It's always a great time talking about the stock market, different techniques and concepts on how the markets work, and helping our listeners begin that process to make smarter investing decisions. And that's what we're going to talk about here today on the show is how to make smart investing decisions, whether you're a long-term investor or a short-term trader. Different strategies in the markets are for different people. And we're going to cover some different techniques on those income strategies, those retirement strategies, 401ks, IRAs, whatever that soup du jour is. That's what we do here on the show. So, Al, before we do that, I got to mention our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, teaching people just like you over 26 years in the financial markets, teaching different techniques and concepts on all these concepts we're talking about here today. We have physical classes here locally at our academies. Matter of fact, several classes going on here this week. A nice busy week here at the academy. So it's been a fun week, and it's been a wild ride in the market as well. So with the market this week, Al, just looking at the chart for our YouTube live viewers, the S&P 500 is showing some weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, especially from the beginning of the week, and then you have Powell talking. I believe it was on Wednesday, and he strikes again, and it's just Thursday morning. Market gaps down, and you see a little bump up in the late morning. So there's been a lot of indecision. The market has been going up since September of last year. Now we're seeing another retracement. Is this the top of the bull rally, or is this going to continue to go up? I mean, there's supply and demand zones near current price. So let's see what happens with those supply and demand zones. But with some of this news, what's going on in the markets, what is your take on some of the opportunities with our income accounts and our retirement accounts right now?
Well, I think this is a time when we have some of the best opportunities that we have available to us to take advantage of. And what's happening in the market right now is there is confusion. And really what we have is the Fed actually saying, look, inflation is still too hot. Wages are still too high. We are not going to lower interest rates for 2 years, and we will probably raise them one or two more times. But then you have the market saying, oh, you're just kidding us. You're pulling our leg. You're going to lower interest rates this
Big
year.
sale.
Yeah, and so you've got that kind of divergence there, that tug of war. And the retail traders have been bumping the market up, and just because of Powell's most recent statements, they're starting to think, well, you know what, maybe they are serious, and maybe they aren't going to lower interest rates this year. And he's been telling you that, and typically he follows through on what he says. Now, I know he will pay attention to data, but it's just providing opportunities for us. And we see the markets moving up, we see the markets moving down. That's what we look for as traders, and that's what gives you the opportunity not only to generate more income now, but to build your wealth over time, because you need more income to be able to do that.
It's actually extra income.
It's extra income, and for a lot of people, especially with inflation now, that becomes almost a necessity, just for your basic needs. But if you're able to cover your basic needs and most of your money is gone, then how do you put money aside for your retirement, for your wealth bucket? So a lot of people are looking at additional sources of income. How do you do that? And, as far as the opportunities out there, I think, I like to quote people a lot.
Let's hear it.
And I'm going to quote Ben Franklin. And just to answer your question before you even ask it, I did not grow up with Ben Franklin. I did not go to school with him, so let's get that out of the way.
Got it.
Okay, but what he did say is that there's two certainties in the world, death and taxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to add a third one. The third one is the house always wins.
Okay.
Why does the house always, and obviously I'm talking about casinos, gambling facilities. Why do they win? They win because they set the rules. They put the odds in their favor of being successful. And that's exactly what you need to do. And that's what all of the professional, the successful traders do. They put the odds in their favor. And unfortunately, most retail traders, that's the public, most retail traders and investors, they focus on how much money they can make instead of what are the probabilities of achieving the outcome that they want, and then also what to do if they're wrong. So there's I'd like to call it the 3 Ps for success. One is high probability, one is high profit, and then the other is maximum protection. All of those are impacted by being able to identify the right price to take action. You mentioned supply and demand zones. Those are areas on a price chart that our students are able to identify using our core strategy that just simply show where the big buyers and where the big sellers are. The bottom line is money flows where it's treated best. And then where money flows, that impacts price. Who's moving the money in large enough quantities to change price? It's not you and me, Josh. It's the big institutions, the big players that might be putting even billions of dollars into one position.
Correct.
Enough to provide movement of price. And the price can move 2 different directions. It can go up and down. So you have to be able to identify both to end up with a successful position.
You're right. And you do need to have the odds or stack the odds in your favor because a lot of people are looking for extra income. I was actually teaching a class the other day, and people are talking, we make really good money. We try to save a little bit, but it's just not enough. But that's how you actually build wealth is extra income. So it's that secondary income after you've had some fun, paid your bills, and then save and then invest that in the market. So that's how you build that wealth. We're going to talk about this in the next segment here. But I like you brought up the new term. So that's new for me here today, probably for our listeners as well, the 3 Ps. Normally we have the 3 Cs, which is having the consistency, which builds confidence to give you more choices. So, and that's what it's all about. And that's what we do here at the Academy is we give people more choices financially, is being able to have the opportunity to have those choices to do the things that you want to do. But it's not free to do that stuff. Everything's going up these days. To travel, it costs more. I mean, heck, I just bought a steak the other day. It was like $40 for one steak. So, and that was just at the grocery store. Imagine if I went and got that at a restaurant. So
yeah, you add another $20 onto that at least.
Exactly, and you might get one bite out of that. But so that's why people are looking for those income strategies in the markets. But we have investing classes that we do here local at the Academy. We're a physical academy, state-of-the-art facility. We have a few different classrooms here, computers in them, and we train people these techniques and concepts that we're talking about. And these are classes where we've taught thousands, just like you, are different strategies which are designed to teach you to make smarter investing decisions. So text right now for 2 seats for one of these free classes to see if this is even right for you. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. When you do that, you're going to get a text back with a link to our landing page so you can pick your own date. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. Coming up next, we are going to talk about how to use that extra income strategy to build that wealth. This is Josh and Al, Investing and Trading Live. We will be right back.